properly. Always topping me sloppily. If your money monopoly, I ain't fucking you properly. He been trying to lick that taste like a strawberry daiquiri. The interior chicken and the exterior broccoli.
Hi, it's me, Sparkly. This video is going, and it's Sasha too. This video is going to be a quick tutorial on how to make a closure wig using used hair. So first you're going to start with a dome cap. It can be a make your wig cap, an actual dome cap, it really doesn't matter. Then you got your little crusty hair, you know, some leftover hair that was in a drawer or something. Hello. And then you got a closure, a little crusty closure. So first things first, you're gonna need a dome head or a styrofoam head or whatever you use. Mine is about a year old, so it's a little raggedy. And you're gonna need curved needles, some thread, and some T-pins. So first things first, obviously you're gonna put the damn cap on the head, and you want to secure, you know, the front, the sides, and the back, and you want to pull it down as far as possible, just in case, you know, while you're sewing it starts to buckle. You need to use all of the room that you can. So now you want to make sure, well, this is just my remedy. It makes it easier for me. I like to pin down each corner, meaning the front and the two backs and the other front. So yeah, and just kind of pin it on there to where you're gonna sew it at, and that just makes it a little easier for everybody. And then after you get your your needle threaded, you want to start. So when your first knot, it needs to be really tight. Like it needs to, because if that one isn't tight, then everything else is gonna come loose. You're gonna see me screaming at my dog and also trying to figure out which bundle was the longest so that I can start, because obviously the longest one goes in the back, for anybody that didn't know that. So now that I found the longest, I'm going to go ahead and start. And I'm going to do the same thing with the closure. I'm going to pin it and hold it where I'm going to be sewing it. That just makes it a lot easier. It keeps it in place. And it assures that you sew it exactly where you want to sew it. I don't like to sew through the thick part of the cap. It's just not necessary. But I mean, you can. So same thing, your first knot needs to be extremely tight. For the first one, I like to go through the weft, through the tracks, however y'all want me to say it, to assure that it's going to stay on there, and then I double it, as so. So after you secure that first knot through the weft, I suggest just kind of going under the weft and through the cap instead of sewing through the weft each time, because your hand will hurt. So I personally prefer the fold over method than over cutting it. It just, I don't know, it's just something I've always done. I feel like cutting it kind of causes it to shed more. It's not necessary, and it's harder to reuse it if you ever need it to. So to keep it flat, I do the same thing. I kind of double that where it's folding at, and then I just keep on going. So here I'm getting a little closer to the top, and I'm also showing you guys how neat my freaking stitching is. Like, if y'all would see how bad I used to stitch before, you understand why I'm so good at it. But okay, all right. Anyway, so when you get closer to the top, you really want to make sure you have enough hair to cover up those like middle rows of tracks. So you really have to pay attention to what you're doing, how you're doing it, and making sure everything is flat, because right there, that's actually the top of the head. So now we're at the very top, and we're about to close that up. You want to make sure your tracks are as close or onto the closure as possible, because you don't want any gaps in there. And you also want to make sure everything up there is tight, double, triple knotted. You don't want nothing coming loose. So once you finish with all of that, you want to take the whole wig off of the dome head and take all of the pins out, you know, all of that good stuff. And this dog, let me tell you, this dog is so freaking aggravating and so clingy. Just sit up here and bite at me and all this other stuff. But anyway, you want to just go ahead and cut that piece of cap that's right up under the closure out, so that the closure is transparent. Because if you leave it in there, then it won't look like scalp. It'll just look stupid. So I decided to just wet it, because I knew for a fact it was like a lot of product still in it. So I just, wet it, detangled it a little bit, and all of that good stuff. So here I just put it on my head just to kind of see how it fit and all of that good stuff. It's just a little easier to do it that way. So I'm just going to take my tweezers and pluck it a little bit, only because it was already plucked from the last time I wore it. And also, even if it wasn't, a little bit goes a long way when plucking. Like, I don't think people understand that, but I'm here to tell you that it does. So now I'm just going to take my gorgeous shears and my little edge brush and kind of make me a few baby hairs, because I'm just a baby hair type of person. Okay, so I went ahead and just put an elastic band in it because I got tired of it sliding, so it's not going to go anywhere. I also ended up putting a little bit of foundation on the inside of the lace just to make it blend with my skin a little better. I didn't really need to, I just kind of wanted to. I also put some oil on it to weigh it down and kind of keep it from puffing up. But yeah, it turned out really, really cute. I don't remember what inch it is, but it was pretty long, because I'm about 5'7", and it touched like the tip of my butt. But yes, it can also be a side part. I would probably normally make the part a little deeper if I was gonna wear it in a side part. But yeah, it turned out really fucking cute. Yes, girl. Period, girl. But yes, so I hope this helps someone. If you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Thank you all for watching. Like, yes, comment, subscribe. Also comment some things down below that you would like me to make a video on. And period.